What is up, everybody? It's Lucas the Third here with LPF Podcast. This one is number 16. How are you? With me today is Andy Roo.
Hello.
And Giggles Lidolf.
Hi.
Mr. Warburg.
Hello.
And Sir Cam.
Hey up, mate. you left the best to last there, I like that.
Of course I do, I always do. But
Of course, we're going with that explanation.
Yeah, sure.
All right, but before we go into it, I just want to take a moment to explain that the reason why there's been a 3-week absence is because of the school period and the new work period. It's people are having some trouble adjusting, and hopefully we won't have this problem again for a long, long time. Otherwise, Wartburg will have to get the whip out.
Yeah. And since I'm unemployed, I can record whenever I want.
Yes.
Woo! Do we just cheer for unemployment, or...?
Yeah. I don't know. It's
we're all about it.
I can't really work until the surgery, but whatever.
That's...
All right. So should we just get right into it? Or should we, I don't know.
Well, how has everyone's day been?
Yeah.
Because I've had a very, very, very bad day.
Why don't you tell us all about it, Luke? Do tell us more, Luke. Tell us about your sorrow.
If anyone would like to move on to a more happy day.
Now, we'll start with the bad and work our way up to the good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sure. Well, I was late for work this morning. My fault, because I don't have an alarm, so I rely on my mother to kick me in the face to wake me up.
Wait, hang on. You don't have an alarm?
Really? Don't you have
You have nothing that can be used as an alarm?
Well, and as you don't remember, as I've told you, but you apparently don't remember, my phone is irreparable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but now you remember.
Bring it up again. She just likes to hear you say it.
I thought you got a new one.
I do have an alarm clock, but I can't change the time on it, and apparently, right now, it is 3 in the afternoon, where it's 7 at night.
Oh, that's something.
Oh, well.
Wait, what do you mean you can't change the time on it? You don't know how, or it's impossible?
It's possible. There's no button that allows me to change the time.
Well, go buy a different one.
Yeah.
I get an alarm at 1 o'clock. I get an alarm at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dude, go to the store and buy another one that's cheap and has buttons.
I've just got a job, so I don't have money.
Well, yeah, but when you have the money, go buy a fucking alarm clock. That's a pretty basic life necessity.
Yeah.
God, so what was saying? I need an alarm clock to get up for work, but I need to go to work to get money for an alarm clock.
Jeez.
Cycles. It's just... Yeah. So I got to work eventually, and then I ended up doing the guts, which I work at Game, so the guts is basically taking the disc out, taking the book out, taking the stickers off, and taking the booklet out, and then putting the game cases in a pile. And because every game case is different, depending on what not every game case, every brand is different, I have to sort those into piles and I have to stack them. And I've been doing that all day. And apparently the bus I was catching is only on school holidays and Saturdays. So I have to wait an hour. And then when I got to the paper round shop place, they were speaking about people committing suicide. So I was like, I'm just so done with this day.
Wow. What a lovely topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Minutes as they spoke about people who hanged themselves. And I was like, why haven't I left yet?
Well, that's... Wow.
Wow, okay. What a cheerful day.
So this is why I am so full of energy and breathe, because this is the best part of the day so far.
Yay.
Glad we can.
Oh, that was almost a compliment, Luke.
Yeah.
You're so close.
We're the best part of a really shitty day. That's going to be the motto forever.
We're the least awful part of Luke's day.
I think that's the nicest thing I've ever heard Luke say.
The world is terrible and I tolerate it.
You should get that on a card. You're the most tolerable part of my day.
I'm going to drink now, Coke, but I'm still drinking.
Wandy, if you're listening, put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
It's
just the shirt guy now.
Yeah.
Wandy the
Although
shirt
we're
guy.
making shirts and we're never going
That
to buy
should also
any.
be a shirt.
I mean, for RTX, I'm going to buy that black one that he made. I think he still has the link for the custom ink page. I'm buying it for RTX.
He posted a link not long ago.
Yeah, I'll be ordering it once I get a job again. So.
I have money. I have a job and I still have money and I still want it. Okay, I'm done complaining. Somebody go on about how good the day is.
Mine has actually started really well. And I'll tell you what.
Yours.
I've had a really fucked up sleep schedule, so I really don't go to bed till 4 a.m. lately.
Oh, been there, done that.
But I had a really good experience because of that. One of the groups I follow on the internet is out on the Pacific Coast, so they have a 2-hour time difference from me. And I found on Twitter that they were changing their YouTube channel to a new brand. It's Greg Miller's YouTube channel, Game Over Greggy, and whose podcast we actually kind of emulate with our own podcast in style and stuff. And for the last few days, they've been teasing something that's going to change with their YouTube channel. And then at 11:55 a.m. my time, he tweeted 5 minutes, Game Over Greggy evolves, and then 5 minutes later posted a link to their kind of funny what is the name of that website? Patreon.com. It's where YouTube channels and content creators can go and set up subscriptions with people, so people can pay $1 a month to get content, so it can help fund their YouTube channel.
Oh.
And they're branding their YouTube channel from Game Over Greggy to Kind of Funny to continue doing all their shows and add more. And I of course donated right away. I'm giving them $10 at least this first month so I can get earlier access to their video podcast, which is hilarious, as well as a couple other things you get. You get early access to the MP3 and access to their private chat on the Patreon.com website.
Not as hilarious as the LBF podcast.
Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's a little more polished, sure, because they also have $300 microphones and a soundboard, which I really, really want to get. I'd love to have their setup. It's fucking awesome.
Can you guys feel the love coming from Wartburg? Can you feel how much he loves us?
For an internet Skype podcast, we're pretty good. Not gonna lie. They do a live studio.
There we go.
They do a live studio podcast, which is something I've always really wanted to do.
Oh.
But it's not cheap.
That should be our new tagline. LBF podcast. We're all right.
Yeah,
we're all right.
For an internet group, we all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I'm gonna be putting in the link dump because they're hilarious and they're starting up a new thing so they're trying to raise money so they can really expand very quickly. And they're doing really well. In the first 12 hours of it going live, they made $4,000. So
that's pretty good.
So they're gonna buy a new really nice DSLR digital camera for their podcast and a bunch of other things. So I'm looking forward to what they do with this whole project. So that'll be in the link dump. Anybody else?
Well, my day was alright.
It was, I guess, pretty good, yeah, sure.
Home from work. Didn't really do much else today, but work.
Yeah.
I have been job hunting.
As have I.
Because I graduated and need to figure out what I want to do with my life, so yay.
Yeah, that sounds like my life right now, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit of job hunting. Just go to the African savannah. They're everywhere, and they're walking on their 4 legs. You just go by the watering hole, wait for a job to come, and shoot it right in its face.
I'm going wrong.
That was the worst joke ever.
Wow.
You need to change that "we're all right" tagline now to "we are absolutely terrible." Oh, we're all right without Lou.
The front is "we're all right," the back is "wait, we're really terrible."
You could just picture the moment where Luke's heart tore in two.
Yeah,
he really did leave the Skype call. Jesus.
He left the Skype call.
Oh.
You drama queen.
You drama llama.
What?
But yeah.
Drama llama.
What?
Drama llama.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, of course it's an actual thing.
Alright, we're making that a
you
thing.
know-
The drama llama is a thing now.
Yeah,
And,
we should.
Andy, you could tell me any saying. I would have no idea if it's something that people who speak English for the first time just actually say.
Absolutely a real thing.
No idea.
I totally didn't just make it up right now.
You definitely did.
Drama.
Are you okay, Luke?
My Skype crashed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No. I left.
Yeah,
I left. And then when I tried rejoining, my Skype was like, no, it's too much, Luke.
Skype was like, fuck you and your passive
Skype
aggressiveness. We're crashing that shit.
Skype is an even bigger drama queen than Luke.
Yeah.
It's great.
Drama llama.
Yeah, drama llamas.
It's the OG drama llama.
Guys make me want to be it.
Oh, wow. Get over it.
But yeah, so I'm hoping for a job to come along soon, and until then I will be playing Sims.
Oh, wow.
Because I have no life.
You have an addiction. You have a problem.
Yeah, you have a problem, man. This isn't a podcast. This isn't a group. We're here to stop you playing The Sims.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's what they
It's
all
not
say.
That's the first stage of denial.
Yeah, let me guess. You can stop whenever you want.
Yes. I can stop whenever I want.
Yeah.
I'm not addicted at all.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
are we going to go to topics now? Or, Andy, you want to discuss your...
No, my life is pretty much the same
Excellent.
as Anne's, but without the crippling Sims addiction.
They look like real people and they feel like my friends.
Well, I need friends too, you know.
Nah.
just Anne's when she's playing Sims, she's in a hood and she's like, "Dance for me, puppets, dance."
I am their god. I decide whether they live or die.
Sim goes, Anne's a bitch, and then Anne just puts her in the pool without a ladder.
Well, there's no pools in Sims 4.
DLC.
That's a step down. They've got a rocket ship, but they haven't got a pool.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to use your budget wisely.
Shit.
All right, let's just move on.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm putting a kibosh on all this.
Fair enough.
So who wants to say theirs? Go with theirs first. We got 5 people, 5 topics. What do we got? Everybody talk at once, please.
Please. Not so fast.
All right, I'll go then.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the big things this week has been Microsoft buying Mojang for $2.5 billion.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So that leads me to my question. Is that good or bad for us? Discuss away.
Well, I heard somebody say it was $2.5 million at the bus stop today. I almost died on the floor.
If they could get Minecraft for $2.5 million, they're the economic geniuses of all time.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a deal you got there.
That was really impressive if someone managed that.
Yeah. Someone was really bad at haggling.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a good idea. I mean, Microsoft like to give people support, right? So at least they've got that. And I don't really see them changing anything because Mojang have done so well that it's like just keep doing what you're doing, except we'll fund you.
Yeah.
And you keep earning that money and then pay a bit to us. Well, that's not really how it works, but
ideally that's how it should work.
Yeah. Hopefully they won't change too much, because
if they do, it'll be really gradual over time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or be like, Sony, you're not getting Minecraft anymore. Nah, mate, nah.
Well, no, they've already said everything that's already in development now will continue to be supported fully. And then the community-driven servers and stuff will not be touched. They'll expand around it, which is awesome. And Phil Spencer, the guy who's kind of spearheading their Xbox and game development division, is yeah, we're totally all about the way it's currently run, which is why we bought the damn thing. So it's it just makes sense because they don't want to stop development on PlayStation and Vita and Pocket and all these other things because that makes money. And people will stop buying a product if it's not fully supported. If they know the PlayStation version isn't as up-to-date as the Xbox version, they're not going to go buy an Xbox. They're just not going to buy Minecraft on PS4. So they're going to keep supporting it.
Yeah.
So what I could see happening is paid patches. You pay $1 for the new update. Or you pay a little... Because you already pay for skin packs. They're not free. On the Xbox 360, that's already a thing. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
That price point is set by Microsoft, so that's already not going to change. What I would really be interested in is on the console versions if they could fix all the stupid lag and actually make it a really awesome multiplayer game. Because that's what's so much better about PC. Is not the update and that the game's so far ahead. It's just that you can have a shitload of people in a server and everybody's okay. Nobody's getting kicked. Nobody's timing out.
Yeah, exactly.
If they do, it's not as frequent as on the Xbox.
If they do, it's mostly due to internet connection, not the amount of people on the server.
Yeah. Whereas at the Xbox version, it's you get 6 people, even in a brand new world, it just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, that's.
It's gotten a little better, I guess, with the Xbox One. But then again, Mojang's never been a big enough studio where they could go tackle that problem. No, they've always been working on what are we going to do next in the game instead of fixing the other problems.
Yeah.
So you think now they'll be able to do both? Now they've got more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
I don't know if it is fixable. I don't know how deeply the problem goes into like the game's code and all those other things. So I don't know if it even is fixable. But if it is, I hope Microsoft does it, and I think they will because it'll make the game better.
I mean, surely if they could, they would, right?
Because like one of the reasons I don't really play anymore is that none of my other friends who want to play online really play because the online trying to get a lot of people in there is hard.
Yeah.
And I'd play more if it was better.
Well, you could always play on PC.
I do.
Yeah.
I just finished my house. Took me all of 2 months, but I finally got it done.
You finished your house on the server.
I built my roof pool. It's awesome.
How many months have we had that?
The new server?
At least 2 months.
The map.
3 months now, I think.
Yeah, I think 3.
Something like that. It's been long enough to turn my house into a total monstrosity.
You finished your house. That's...
I love. Who is that? Is that Kamal's Empire State replica?
Yeah,
that's Kamal's.
Yeah,
we're gonna put. He made a huge map of the LBF server.
Yeah,
that's gonna be in our link dump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can see the monstrosity that is my house.
You can see my village, Little Denmark. Oh God,
Yay.
I shouldn't have said that on the podcast because Tom is against having any little countries on the server. He will not be happy at all.
Well,
the hammer's going to come down on us.
So, are we in agreement, or does anybody have a contrary opinion to the Microsoft purchase?
No,
I mean, as long as they don't change too much.
Yeah.
I know someone who was complaining that who thought they might have put a lot of microtransactions in, but I don't think that's likely.
I can't see how that would work.
Yeah,
microtransactions.
I don't know. That was someone else, but I thought that was the only person I've heard that said bad things about it. But it doesn't really make much sense. As long
as they let Mojang still do what they do best, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite good.
Yeah. And from what I can tell, they're keeping all the Mojang people on that were already developing the games. Like, Notch hasn't really had anything to do with the game in a while. He's been moving on to his other projects, so...
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good thing in the long run.
Yeah.
And especially for Microsoft, because they're going to make a shitload of money out of this deal.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be raking in the money.
Yeah.
Give it a year and it'll already almost be paid off.
Probably.
Yeah.
But... So, let's go to our other topic. That one was really short. I was kind of...
Yeah, it was quite short. But that's because we all sort of agreed. So then it's hard to like keep discussion going.
Yeah. So, who wants to go next? Should we just go down my list of people?
Sure.
All right, that means Lucas is up next.
Okay, what is the stupid one of the... there's too many for me, but what is like a stupid thing you've done on a night out or with your friends?
Oh, God.
And for me, it is something I did this weekend where I pretended to be Uma Thurman from the Pulp Fiction cover. I've got the cards, I've got the cigarette, I've got the sexiness, but I don't have the gun, which is the best part.
That was the only part that was missing from that.
You didn't even hold up a handgun or anything?
No, we have no handguns in...
No, I mean like a gun out of your hand.
No, I just had the cigarette.
Okay.
And...
Well,
wow.
Never know with you Americans.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that went right over your head.
Oh. I'm going to keep uploading my community day photo.
So Lucas's bad day continues.
Yeah.
Will it ever get better?
We're turning the best part of your day into another bad part of your day.
Yeah.
We're not letting it get any better for you.
LBF doing what they do best.
Further down.
It must get worse. Oh, we sound like horrible people.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of are.
I guess so.
Yeah, we're not right. So.
Yeah.
Again, we are all right.
I think the dumbest thing I've done on night out was like a month ago, where I sprained my ankle while dancing, and then without telling my friends, I walked out of the club and started to walk home, only to later realize I'd been walking in the completely opposite direction. And then they found me and had to carry me to a cab, so they sent me home.
How did you manage to go in the opposite direction?
I don't know.
I mean, I know
Apparently,
you're drunk, but...
I mean, even when you're drunk, you still know how to get home.
This is a town I've been living in all 19 years I've been alive, and still I managed to walk in the wrong direction.
Wow.
And it's
And
like Midtown, so I know it really well. And I don't
There's-
know.
There's a special kind of special.
I was very,
Yes.
I
I
was
felt
very drunk.
stupid a minute ago.
Also, trying to walk home with a sprained ankle, not a good idea.
Yeah, but when you're drunk, didn't it numb the pain?
Kinda, but I could still sort of feel it.
You weren't.
I
drunk
had to
enough.
sit. I had to sit down against the wall because my leg kept sort of disappearing under me.
Kept
So-
disappearing. Okay, that's what, yeah, okay.
I think that's a
What
bit
the
more
hell?
than a sprained
Are you
ankle.
sure you're not drunk now?
You've got a condition
I'm not drunk
there.
right now. Just because I'm Danish doesn't mean I drink all the time.
I mean,
We're not
it
all
does.
alcoholics.
You are so drunk that your leg disappears.
I've never been that
Yeah, no one's ever been that drunk.
drunk.
Apparently, I have.
Wow.
Should I go next?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
The worst thing I've done is probably fallen asleep under a table at a party. Now, the bad part is I was only 16 at the time,
Mm.
and I was hammered. And you're not allowed to drink till you're 18.
What's
And
wrong
we
with
were, well, no, but we were in like this. It was like a club. It wasn't a nightclub. It was like a local club. I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it was just a pub, and it was a 16th birthday party. So the majority of the people there were 16, and everyone was hammered. Now I don't know if the bar staff didn't put it together that everyone was underage and drunk, but I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I remember just like deciding to sit underneath the table because I was tired, and then the next
Very
thing
logical.
there was like a barman kicking me, telling me to get up and leave. And like it wasn't just kicking me out; everyone was leaving at that point. And I remember just looking up at him and just thinking, "Where the hell am I? Why am I under a table right now?"
What part of my life has led to this moment?
And all of my mates were like looking for me and said, like, "Where did you go? You disappeared." And I was just under this table asleep. I was just chilling. I was happy as can be under that table, but apparently I didn't tell it when I was going for a nap.
I mean, it's not really the sort of thing you'd tell people. It's like, guys, I'm just gonna pop under the table for a bit, have a quick nap. So,
My mates haven't let me live that down. I was a mess that night.
are you calm to fall asleep under a table, guy?
Yeah,
Well-
well, not in so many words, but it always gets brought up. Like, it is guaranteed to get brought up. If my
To be
mates.
fair, you also got locked up in a club in Cardiff
Oh, I did get locked in the club in Cardiff, yes.
on my birthday.
That wasn't my fault. I went to the bathroom and I was talking to the bouncer who was in there as well. And then I walked through the club and like all the chairs were on the tables. And like they like closed up really quick. And I got to the door to try and open it. It was locked. And I could see everyone stood outside.
We were standing out there discussing, okay, so where did Cam go?
I
We
was
were
locked
just,
in
we were
the
just talking
club.
about where you went and we were looking for you. And
I
all of
had
a
to-
sudden we just saw you banging on the door like, let me help.
I had to go get a
Guys.
bouncer because I thought they'd like properly lock the door, but it turns out it was just like a bolt at the top, and I had to go get a bouncer to unlock the bolt for me and let me out of the club. I
Wow.
was such an idiot.
God damn it, Cam.
Wow,
Well,
look.
well done.
I'm sorry. I provided entertainment for like 10 minutes. It's alright.
Glad you did.
Anything that provides entertainment. So shall I go now?
Go
I
for it.
mean, sure.
So mine is properly stupid, like incredibly dumb. So
Really.
oh,
Well, that's the whole
thanks
point
for-
of these questions. I'm so...
wait. Well, let me explain.
No,
Okay,
no,
so-
no. The question is just is a normal, nice night out that you had with your friends.
Can I continue now, Luke? Are you finished having a hissy?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay,
Needed
so
to get that out.
I was out on a night out in Newcastle. So
Ah.
and I was in a I guess it was a club sort of thing, but it was a 2-story club. That was an important part. That was
You fall
important.
off of the second
Wait,
floor.
wait,
Okay,
well,
I'll
wait.
let you carry on.
So and the second floor was that big balcony sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think you can see where this is going, but
This time you didn't throw up over
I had quite a lot to drink,
Oh, no.
and I
You
decided in all my drunken wisdom that I was going to climb on the railing of the balcony
Oh,
No,
dear.
no, 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 no.
You
and
idiot.
sort of jump off and try to crowd surf from the
Why
on
would
the
you think
floor.
that's a good
Oh
idea?
my god.
What went
Yeah.
through your head?
Look at all
that
those
point?
unsuspecting people below me. I'm gonna throw my entire mass at them.
I mean, I don't remember much of it, but I think probably what's going through my head is, you know, what would be really cool if I just suddenly appear and just land on all the people. That'll be really awesome. So, but then the next thing I know, someone just gets a hold of like my belt and just yanks me off the thing. And apparently I was quite annoyed because they didn't let me do it.
I kind of wish you'd done it. And I wish there was a Flying
No,
Without
I don't-
Wings playing in the background.
Don't give him ideas.
I
That
don't
would have
want
been-
you because Andy wouldn't be here because Andy would be dead. He would have either
Yeah.
hit the floor in his face and died, or he would have hit the people and they'd have got up and kicked him to death.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fair point. I'm glad you didn't do it.
Yeah. We're all very glad I didn't die that night.
Well, some of us.
I'm sure if I was more sober, my entire life would have flashed before my eyes. But
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
had you drank at that point to think that
it's
that was a good
it was
idea?
Newcastle on a student night out. I had lots to drink. Honestly, I'm surprised I could balance on that rail without falling off immediately.
Jeez.
Oh my
So
Wow.
yeah, that was mine.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we're down to you, Wartburg.
Okay. Well, mine don't involve alcohol because I can't drink. So I have some other stories though because I live in a small town in Iowa where there's really nothing to do but do stupid shit. It's like you're gonna go outside and do something. Like there's a lot of different stories I could go with. Like the time I nearly flipped my 4-wheeler at the Brit Pits, which is like an old quarry that nobody uses anymore. We go 4-wheeling there all the time. Really fucking dangerous because they dug it out. You know, like there's like an 80-degree incline at one point.
Oh god.
And we all make it up there, but it's like I almost didn't make it. I almost flipped the 4-wheeler on top of myself. We always have
Wow.
bonfires when you're in the middle of nowhere. It's nice to have a huge
that's
fucking fire and then everybody
so
get drunk as hell.
Yeah.
One of those nights, I got 2 bonfire stories, and then that's probably it for me. First time was my senior graduation night. I was 18. Of course, in America, you can't drink till you're 21. But so we're having a bonfire night after graduation. After all the parties get done and everyone gets all stuffed with food, we got to my buddy's old farm place that's abandoned, and we have a bonfire. Problem is, at a small town, small high school with like 80 kids, everybody shows up no matter how old they are. So we got a kid who's like 15 at the time. He goes and drinks 3/4 of a bottle of gin.
Oh god.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of my best
Oh
friends,
my
and
God.
he's on my YouTube channel that we produce videos with. But he drinks 3/4 of a bottle of gin, like just straight, just goes to town within like half an hour.
Oh god.
That man is my son.
And
Wow.
then, well, he's like exactly your age right now, but whatever. But anyway, so he gets so drunk, we actually convince him he's on ecstasy. And he bought it.
Oh my god.
This is the first time he'd ever really been drunk, and we told him that like this is how he'd like be horny and go hit on all the girls and everything, and he fucking did. And one of the girls that is his neighbor, he went up to hit on, and she kicked him so hard in the shin it dented the bone,
Oh my
Wow.
and it
God.
still has a little like indent in there, like 6 years later.
What
That
did
is
he
one.
say to her?
That is one.
I don't remember because I wasn't really watching. All I heard was him scream after he got kicked. But it was like a really awesome delayed reaction because he didn't feel the pain for like 10 seconds. Then later in that night,
Wow.
I'm sitting on the tailgate with my buddy, who he's kind of sobered up. He's the guy hosting the fire. He's kind of winded down his drinking and is kind of starting to sober up.
Yeah.
And we're sitting on the tailgate talking, and we both look over, and this kid he's in a chair, in a lawn chair, just tips back, just falls over really slowly, and we watch it happen, going, shit, his dad is gonna kill us because his dad's a football coach.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And so he gets taken home with all his younger friends, stupidly tells his dad, oh yeah, I just hit my head, I'm okay. Of course his dad didn't fucking buy it. And then the other story from that night is one of the guys who weighed like 400 pounds was too drunk to go home. So
Oh,
me,
no.
the 110-pound senior, had to take him home in my car and get him down his stairs into the basement.
Wow.
What I ended up doing was grabbing his shirt by the shoulder blades and like
Rolling.
twisting it into handles. And I like walked him down side to side down the stairs and got him onto his bed. And I was like, fuck that shit. I'm never doing this again.
Wow.
And
That's
then
a life experience right
yeah,
there.
last bonfire story is actually one that's awesome for me. Was another bonfire a couple years later. We're all in college now. 2 of the girls are at the bonfire. They're really fucking drunk, dancing around the fire. Me and the other guy who haven't been drinking going, they're going to fall in that fire, aren't they? And 3 seconds later, they start to tip over and lose their balance. And then, like, so we both, like, get up, jump, and pull them across the fire, and then we jump over. as like to throw them away. We jump over using our momentum. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was something. It was like, man, we should be action heroes.
Just one of those moments where you stop and just like, wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
we
I
were
just
like-
did that.
I just
And then
did
that same night, a dumbass threw fireworks into the fire right as everyone's
Oh,
around the
stupid.
fucking fire.
Wow.
So me and the guy hosting, we had to like dive our hands in there, like get all the fireworks out before they went off.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
Not as
That is-
dumb as my other friends throwing CO2 cartridges in a fire. Fucking
Um,
morons.
Okay.
Like
Oh
those
my
little
God.
metal like
Your friends.
inch and a half CO2 cartridges. We had built CO2 cars in school. And they stole a bunch of the cartridges and just tossed them into the fire while we were all standing around the fucking fire.
Oh my.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, morons.
That's a
Oh my
special kind of stupid
God.
right there.
Yeah.
It's just wow.
I thought
Yeah.
they stopped breeding that kind of stupid.
Yeah, and then another
Yeah.
kind of stupid thing we do is called critter
Mm.
thumping. I think I've talked about this in the podcast, but I don't know.
Please not let it be animal abuse.
Well, no, it's more like
But it's
we're
called
killing like
critter thumping.
rodent animals. Like we're driving around a gravel road, got spotlights in the back of a truck, and we see a raccoon, we shoot it. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it's a rodent animal
Nice.
that is a pest to like dogs and things in the area. But,
Yeah, but I mean, you
we
don't-
make it
you don't
awesome by using flaming arrows to kill the animals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we would dip the arrows in kerosene, and then we lit
Jesus.
someone would hold a open flame, like it's a burning wick that has it has a really big flame but burns really slow. You shoot the arrows in that are dipped in kerosene through that, and so it lights on fire after it goes in the air. Yeah,
How
Awesome.
has this not gone horribly wrong at some point?
it never did, and we actually killed a
Okay,
deer with that
no.
way. We killed a deer that way. It was awesome. The guy shot it
Rocket,
square in the neck, took it down with a flaming fucking arrow at like 2 a.m. It was awesome.
There really is not
Oh
a
my
lot to do
God.
where you live.
Dude, that is something to do, and it's awesome. You've never lived till we were bungee
Wow.
corded to the back of a truck in a flatbed. It has rings on the
Mm-hmm.
guard behind the cab. So we would wrap ourselves to that to kind of keep ourselves tight to the truck. Then we just use spotlights and arrows and just go to town. It was awesome.
How do you handle the screaming at night?
I'd rather go bowling.
What do you mean?
Don't
What's
sing.
screaming? Nobody would
Sorry,
scream.
I'm talking about the raccoon that is burning alive. I'm joking. I'm pretty sure it got killed. I'm pretty
No.
sure the way you do it, it gets killed efficiently and
Oh
quickly.
yeah, but we don't torture them. They die.
Okay.
You know,
That's at least something.
Oh.
like,
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
sadists.
My mum on the podcast.
We happen to enjoy
Oh, what a
conservation
crazy.
and making it fun.
Yes, we're in the middle of a podcast.
Hi, Luke's mom.
Wow.
Hello, Luke, mother.
Special
Okay.
guest.
You don't say, you got no wise
Welcome
words
to
for
the
the internet.
downfalls of a Skype podcast.
Okay, apparently wise words for the internet. I go to bed early. Bye, mum.
They are probably right. They are very wise.
That's actually quite.
Isn't it only like
Yeah.
8 o'clock for
I
you
need
right now?
I need to do that.
It is 20 past 8.
That's-
Indeed.
Wow, that is early to go to bed.
Yeah, that's.
My mom is in bed as
Damn.
well.
That's only wow.
Really?
I mean, it's not crazy. In Denmark, it's 20 past 9, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's-
so
that's
late.
to-
So
totally
late.
legit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what time is it for Warburg right now? Hello again.
2:15
Yeah. I went
ish.
to bed, I went for spoons by myself. I ate by myself, and then I cried myself.
Oh, this is all staying in. I'm not cutting any of this
Yeah,
out.
this is, yeah.
Thank you for helping me show the internet my loneliness. A lot of people are going to watch this.
We'll get about 40. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
And
We're
half
gonna
of
be
it will be us watching it multiple times.
Yeah.
It's still a viewer.
No. Shh. Don't ruin the illusion.
Don't
We're super
ruin the
famous.
magic.
We're super
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah,
I'm
Like,
we're
totally
very
internet
super famous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for my
That's good.
stupid night outs.
Yeah.
Most of them
That
involve my
sounds
other
good.
friends being drunk, but I was always sober, so I remember everything in vivid
Yeah.
1080p
See,
2020.
you can
See, sometimes that even
recollect the stupid
sometimes
events.
sometimes that's even funnier when you
Yeah.
remember all the
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
stupid
rather than
and that's not
having
even to
told
talk
from
about
you
the
and-
at
yeah.
college stupid stories. Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow.
We're at a college that's predominantly of people of German heritage in the middle of Iowa, on a residential campus where you're allowed to have beer if you're 21.
I got the beer. Sorry.
Oh my god, it was great. Especially senior year. My buddy came back from the senior keg, stood on our counter in only his boxers for like 20 minutes, screaming that everybody walked by in his Batman voice.
Oh my god.
And then he tackled and punched my friend and just kept going, Where are they? It was awesome.
Wow.
Oh, I remembered. Can I do one quick story as
keep
well?
going.
Because I
No.
remembered one. A year ago, I with my high school class, we went on a school trip to Poland, and we had two teachers with us. Blah, 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 I can't talk. With us, and we took my history teacher to a karaoke bar.
Always
And that
stressful
was
for a good thing.
It was really weird because our history teacher was sitting there drinking beer with us and singing karaoke songs and stuff. It was
Important
weird.
question. What songs were they?
Yeah, I was just.
It was
Were
really everyone gave us weird looks because they were all singing Polish songs and we kept requesting like English songs. So everyone in the club was just looking at us like, who the hell are they?
Who these jokers think they are?
Yeah. But
Never been singing with one of my.
Have you never sang in a karaoke bar before?
No.
yes, yeah.
I've never been to a karaoke bar. Actually.
What? Oh, you've
What?
never lived.
Neither have I.
Oh my god, Cam.
I've been in a
How
karaoke contest, but never at a bar.
Oh,
I've
you,
never been to a
you
karaoke.
you need to experience that at some
Oh,
point.
I just
so
don't like
good.
bars.
So well, it's the karaoke party.
Yes, the karaoke part was the fun part.
Yeah, but like
Just
again,
forget
I
about
can't
the
I
bar.
can't
Forget
drink.
about
I'm viewing it from a totally sober perspective of shitty drunk singing and,
Oh,
and
yeah,
people I don't know.
See, I filmed a video with me and two classmates singing that night,
Oh.
and at the moment it sounded like we were so good and just
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
every note.
Yeah.
Going back and watching that video, not so much. That's
Yeah.
so awful.
Yeah, I've done that with one of my friends both sang. I think it was Alejandro by Lady Gaga.
Oh wow.
And we
Oh, yeah.
we thought we thought we were amazing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were just awful. But,
We sang with or without you, and that one is actually quite hard to hit the notes. It turns out it's like really loud.
As it
It's
turns
just-
out,
oh,
it's
God.
quite hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, that's the good thing about alcohol. You don't notice that
Yeah,
you
I mean,
suck.
If you don't care that you're terrible at singing, then it's all fine.
It's true.
Are
All
we
right,
moving
so
on to the
next topic. Let's go,
we-
Andy.
Oh, okay, me. Okay, so my question is, what is the worst customer service experience you've ever had, whether it's in person or over the phone? And mine is about my student loan, where I got a phone call, I think it was like maybe 2 months into my second year at university, saying, "So you owe £6,000." I was,
What?
What?
yeah, excuse me. And as it turns out, they just decided that they weren't paying my tuition fees that year.
Wow.
So
Oh,
they just decided.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, well, that's great.
after I changed my pants, they told me that apparently they'd been. Yeah. They told
Wonderful
me-
imagery.
Yeah, I could just go and obviously I could just wander down the bank and send a check for like £6,000 off to the university.
Oh, yeah.
And
What
as you could,
student doesn't have £6
yeah, I
lying
mean,
around? Like,
I'll
come on.
just check the money pool. So that took me about 3 days worth of very angry phone calls to solve,
I can imagine.
and made me hated by everyone at my student union's finance help place, because we have like we have like a student person who's like the ambassador to do all the finance stuff, and they were sick of the sight of me within like 3 days. It was just like, oh god, it's you again. Is the problem solved? No, it's bloody well not. You know why I'm here. But yeah,
Oh wow.
in the end, I did not have to pay my entire year's tuition fee,
Well, that's good.
which is good. But all in all, that was probably the worst 3 days I've ever had in my life.
I can imagine so. That's
Why
a
did
lot
they
of money.
suddenly decide not to pay?
I don't know, because
Have you got an
obviously, if you don't
explanation?
know, you have to go on the internet to and go through a big portal thing to put all your details in and your bank account and all this stuff, and it tells you all of the things where you get like all of the student loans and all that. And they just decided, no, you don't sound that. I mean, I absolutely did, but it was just like, you know what, we didn't get it. I was like, what? Excuse me. I think that was the first person I talked to was just, oh well, you obviously didn't fill in the forms. So, Shut your mouth. I absolutely filled in this form.
wow.
Shut your mouth. It's probably not
Yeah.
a good way to open it.
I was not in a good mood about it.
Oh
So,
my god.
and it was just like, well, did you do something right? No, I bloody well didn't.
I'm so
I'd
glad
like-
I never have to deal with that.
I'd like you to pay my money, please. So that went back and forth for about 3 days of them telling me that I'd done it wrong and me telling them that they could shut up and just pay the university for
They
me.
can just shut up.
They could, yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
is this the time to say that it's free in Denmark?
Well, I had
It's
pretty much
completely free.
Yeah,
All the
that would have solved a lot of the problems I had.
Yeah.
But, but in my third year they didn't make that mistake, probably because they knew I would go absolutely mental on them again. So
Yeah,
oh god,
it's just
no,
like,
it's this guy. Don't
no,
mess it up.
we don't want to deal with this again.
Yeah.
Just give him his money.
you know
and then- yeah.
So it's all fine now. So
Oh, that's a.
that was my experience.
Oh wow.
Can I go next?
Go for
Sure.
it.
Mine was with the mailman or the postman if you're British, and my mum had ordered some sort of package parcel type thing, and as the dude came to deliver it, it required a signature, and I was still asleep at the time, and my mum and dad were out, and he was knocking on the door, and I didn't hear him till the last minute, so. Like I jumped out of bed. For some reason, we needed to get this package that day. I don't know what the reason was. So I jumped out of bed, threw on some clothes, and ran downstairs. And what happens if you don't sign for it? They put like a little card through your letterbox or your postbox,
Yeah.
saying we tried to deliver it at this time, we couldn't do it, and then they normally take it up to like a depot
Yeah.
where you've got to go collect it from.
Is it the depot the one that's always open at the most awkward hours ever?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, I've had that problem.
So I got to him and I said, "Oh, sorry about that. I'm here now." So he said, "Oh no, I've written I've wrote the card out now. I can't give you the package." So I was like,
That is-
and I could see it in his hand. So I was like, "But it's there. Can you not just rip the card up?" So he said, "Oh no, it's on the system now. I'll have to post it." So I said, "Well, this is going to cause me issues because I'm going to have to go up to the depot because obviously he's got to finish his rounds.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a delay until I get it anyway." So I said, "It's going to cause issues." So he said, "Oh, no, I'm dropping it off at your neighbours." So I said, "Well, can you not just like give me it now? I'm right here with you now. I can see the package in your hand. I could probably reach out and grab it." So he's like, "No, I've got to go through the process." So he posted the card through our mailbox. He then walked round to my neighbour's. I followed him round to my neighbour's house. He gave the package to my neighbour, who then gave it straight to me, and I walked back to my house.
Wow.
I don't know what was. I don't know if he was having a bad day or.
Oh my. That's.
I do not like that guy now. He's just
Yeah.
that guy's a complete ass. I literally followed him round. He gave it to her. She gave it to me. I walked back home. I
Yeah.
was just like, what was that about? And I
Did
got
you
there and I opened the mailbox, pulled the card out, and I ripped it up in front of his face. Right, I was sassy about it. I had all the sass. I was like, this you could have saved this piece of card. It was just so irritating.
Yeah. I can
Wow.
imagine.
It's okay, Cam. Close to you and hug it. I had a very interesting one in a little shop called HMV, which is a big store. Well, not big, kind of a store in the UK.
I mean, it's kind of
And-
big.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty big.
Okay, whatever. It's a store. I'm not a fan of it. And I'm about to explain why. I went on a school trip when I was 17 to Cardiff, and we were allowed to like roam the shops or whatever. So my friend Mike went into HMV, and I wanted to buy I'm trying to remember the details. I wanted to buy a DVD, seasons 1 to 3 of Being Human, which was a 15.
US version's better.
Shut up. Debatable. So I went to the counter and I was like, "Can I get this, please?" You know, I wasn't a thug or anything. I wasn't very polite. I didn't throw it on the counter and go, "Fucking buy this." Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you.
Well,
Pew.
you probably don't want to say that.
No.
Yeah,
So he
probably
was
not a
like,
good
"I'm
idea.
sorry, we can't sell this to you unless you have some form of identification."
Wait, how old were you at this point?
I was 17,
Ah, right.
so I was like, "I don't have any identification. Sorry." And he was like,
Mm.
"Well, I can't sell it to you without any." So then I went up to Mike and I said, "Hey, you've got an ID on you. Can you get this for me?" So Mike goes up to the counter, tries to get it, and then the guy goes, "Sorry, you're trying to buy that for your mate over there. I can't do it."
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Now Mike doesn't like it when people are unreasonable.
Oh,
So
God.
he was like, "Come on, you can see that I'm 7. You can see my identification. I'm 17. We're on the same school trip, and we're both wearing our well, no, we're not wearing uniforms. Where did that come from? I don't know.
Doesn't
We
matter.
weren't wearing uniforms, but we were. I was older than Mike as well, and I had my neck beard then as well. So it was like,
All about the neck beard.
yeah.
Oh,
So it was like, come on, he's clearly, and then he goes, and then the guy gets really angry and he's like, "I can't serve it to you." So Mike goes, "What the fuck do you mean you can't serve it?" And they start swearing at each other there, and he's like, "I'll get my fucking manager." And then Mike goes, "You better get your fucking manager right here now."
Oh wow.
Oh, God.
Then the manager and Mike start screaming at each other, and then my friends notice, and we kind of get dragged away. And then now, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a test online, a game, which is about serving underage customers. Turns out, the guy could have done that. It's not against the law. It's just not advised. But it doesn't matter. As soon as you sell it to an of age person, it doesn't matter where it goes after that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't
Yeah.
exactly follow that and make sure they don't give it to someone else, right?
Yeah, it's out of your hands at that point.
Yeah.
So the guy was just being unreasonable for the sake of being unreasonable, or a deeply held personal belief that this possible 17-year-old shouldn't get it because he has no identification.
Or maybe he just didn't like you.
Maybe he thought the US version was
Wait,
better as well.
Wait,
Fat
no.
people, I don't know.
If there's no ID, you cannot take a customer's word on their age.
No, but my
Yeah, but
friend.
the other one did.
But,
Yeah.
but common
guy did have
logic
ID.
would say that if they're from the same school.
That doesn't mean jack shit.
Yeah, but
No.
the other
Not
person
legally
that was
speaking,
buying
it doesn't.
He had
Not,
ID.
no. But then again, if
Motherfucker! Mike was buying it and then could give it to me. It doesn't.
He had ID.
Did he have
It
ID?
said-
I must have
Yeah,
missed
he had
that
ID.
beginning.
He
Mm.
had ID. He had
ID,
identification.
yeah, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But the guy didn't want to because maybe of a personally held belief, the fact that his kid shouldn't get it because he could be 15.
yeah.
And he's,
It's only a DVD, isn't it? Like, I can understand with alcohol. With alcohol, it makes sense because you don't want to be giving.
he don't want
You,
to get
you don't want to
drunk.
be. Yeah. So
See,
I
that's actually kind of my story with the alcohol, because I this was after I turned 18, and we can buy alcohol from the age of 16 if it's below 16%. And I was buying some beer, and in my local store they asked me to show ID. I
Mhm.
showed them my school. We have like a school
Mhm.
card where it says my age and where I go to school and all that kind of stuff. And I also had a bus card and everything. So I had like 3 kinds of ID that I showed, and they were like, "Nah, you gotta have a passport, otherwise I can't sell you this." And it was clear that I was 18, and they wouldn't sell me stuff that a 16-year-old can buy. What 16-year-old runs around with their passport on them? No other store in Denmark would do that. They would accept the other kinds of ID I had. So I had to, it was a store that's like a few minutes away from where I lived. So just out of spite, I walked home, got my passport, walked back, and bought the alcohol, because I was like, dude, I am
not getting away with it.
like,
I would have put that alcohol down and said, "Fine, I'll take my custom elsewhere then," and I would have walked out of that
I
door.
will
And I'd
take
have
well,
my
other
business
stores are kind
elsewhere,
of
good
further
sir.
away, so
I'd have done a quick Z
I'm
snap
an
as well on the way.
I
Yeah.
had to go to a party like half an hour later, so I kind of had to buy the alcohol there. But yeah, that just annoyed me. That it was like I have 3 different things
So,
telling you I'm old
we're gonna
enough.
need some ID. No, not that ID. No, not that ID either. No,
Exactly.
not that ID.
That
We're
was
gonna need this
exactly what
particular
happened.
ID.
White
And it
people
was-
problems. White people problems. Sorry,
Shut up, Luke. You're white as well.
I'm grey actually.
No.
I'm great.
Wow. Okay. Revelations.
Just saying.
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
I got a couple different ones. for customer
Okay.
service. One of them is a kind of longer story. The second one's really short.
You look like you've been building this up for a long time in your head.
Well, you guys may have heard the story about my whole insurance snafu in March,
Oh,
which
Yeah.
led to now
Yeah.
multiple surgeries in the summer. Basically boils down to my dad getting lied to by a customer service rep for an insurance company for saying they'd cover certain medication that they didn't. So I was uninsured for like a month. Then I got on a different plan. Then the pharmacy was using my dad's old plan on his insurance when I'm on a separate plan, so they would refuse to sell me my drugs, which I needed for 2 months, which then of course led to massive relapses in my Crohn's disease and blood infections and surgeries and a whole lot of bullshit. And the second one happened, the far more benign customer service problem was in, I want to say June. I was looking at completing the Mass Effect series for achievements. So I got Mass Effect out, and I have the Platinum Hits Edition, which has the Bringing Down the Sky DLC, the one with the big asteroid.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Great DLC. So I was like, okay,
Yes.
well I should get the Pinnacle Station, and it happened to be on sale for like $3 on Xbox Live when I got it. Problem is, they're selling something that doesn't work with the Platinum Hits Edition. It doesn't work at all. So it took me like 4 hours to get a hold of a customer service rep at Xbox Live and do a bunch of research on the internet to go, son of a bitch. I have to like uninstall everything and then reinstall and then re-download after deleting the download of the thing. It was such a pain in the ass. It's like, why do you sell something on your online service that you know doesn't work with the game? And you don't put a disclaimer for it. Like you don't put does not work with Platinum Hits edition of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Apparently looking online, it had been a known problem for years. They didn't put the disclaimer on it.
That's
Stupid.
It's nice of them.
Mm-hmm.
really stupid.
Yeah.
That's not well thought out.
So that's my customer service stuff.
Yeah.
So we are at, what are we at for time? Just about 52 minutes.
Wow.
God damn it, Gus.
So we got 2 more topics. Let's roll through them. Cam.
Wait,
Wallace.
Okay.
Very
can
good,
I
Cam.
Well, okay. I picked one originally, but I changed it. So, what video game?
Can't lie.
Huh?
Just
What
say-
video game have you been sort of the most addicted to?
I got
Not like right off the bat. So, as soon as you played it, you were addicted. And my one is kind of a strange one, and it is Viva Pinata. My God, that game is addictive.
I don't find that strange at all.
When I first got my Xbox, I got like some sort of bundle deal. So I got Viva Pinata, Mass Effect, and Forza, whatever version of Forza it was at the time.
So Viva Pinata was the obvious first choice to play.
Well, I played
yeah,
Mass
clearly.
Effect, and I put quite a few hours into that. Then I played Forza and played it for like 30 minutes and got bored. Played Viva Pinata, didn't stop for about 3 months. I was so addicted to that game. I just needed more pinatas. And when you get one of them,
There's 2 copies here, Call of Duty and Halo. You might like it. Fuck, I like Viva Pinata.
it was getting to the point where I'd spend at least 8 hours a day playing it. It was like the summer holiday. No, it was like the Christmas holidays. And I would play it constantly. I needed more pinatas. When you got one pinata, you couldn't get the others. So you had to get rid of that one to get the others. Oh, that game. If I put that in my Xbox now, it would not come out for ages. It was like a modern day Pokemon for me. I needed them all.
Modern day.
You could make them. You could play mini games with them. When they had babies, they like
You
popped
could
out
do
as
it all.
candy. Oh,
You could make them breathe.
you could make them breed. You could have baby
Kind of like
pinatas.
Sims, except Sims is a bit more fucked up because of people. They
Woohoo.
breathe.
Baby pinatas.
Woohoo time.
Wow.
I need more pinatas.
I lost a sim to woohooing the other day.
What?
No, they'll do that too.
Was it like
my
a,
sim?
a murder sex situation? That's fucked up.
It was my sim was really old and she was having sexy time with her husband, and then when she got out of bed, she died from exhaustion.
Oh my.
And I was
Wow, that's
That's
fantastic.
the first death I've had in Sims 4.
Did she just like?
spinach,
Did she
got
just
out of bed,
slap
then just went.
some-
And it was, I don't know.
Wow.
Oh my God, that is
Fantastic.
Damn.
I could whole life about having to know that.
How did we get to that from Viva Pinata, like an innocent child's game? I was
Hey, you were the
18
one
at the
talking
time,
about
like,
fucking, so
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
the pinata
You
still counts.
brought this on.
I was going innocent. I was talking about Viva Pinata. But yeah,
this
that's
is
my
the
game.
internet.
Viva Pinata.
Nothing is innocent.
Do not
Well-
play Viva Pinata. It will take
Rule
up your
34.
life.
My addiction became a kind of forced addiction.
Mm.
Basically, I got an Xbox 360 and I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get an Xbox Live. And then we didn't have internet for 3 months and I only had one game, Halo 3. I played that campaign on Legendary so many times that I can go through it in my head right now and I know what weapons I need. And
Wow.
if, like, when Wartburg said, do you want to do a Halo 3 Legendary run? I was like, oh my god, yes.
But no dedicated servers, so that's
This is
Yeah.
my time.
This is my... We can record it and I can look good.
Training for this day.
But alas, no. But hopefully with the Bungie, the Master Chief Collection, with, you know,
yeah. There should be dedicated servers with that for campaigns. So
with dedicated servers for the entire collection, I'll
Fuck
have
yeah.
you know, I've looked this up after you mentioned the whole dedicated servers thing, and I thought that's bullshit.
which,
But whatever.
it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, my
On the-
fine. You want to keep going there, Lucas?
no, I just want to say,
Okay.
I just wanted to say, like, not bullshit. Oh, fuck it, whatever.
All right. My addiction was one of my very first video games, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Ha.
Yes.
I would play that game for hours at a time because it was one of those first games where I realized, oh my god, you can get farther than 100% in a game. You could get up to like 125% completion with like hidden gems and time trials and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get powers after each level, and then you can go back into past levels and use those powers to get certain challenges.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
game was so fucking fun. And my buddy might be buying a Roxio HD capture card, so I might have to buy a PlayStation that works now and just play that game, and we might be streaming it at some point because it's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
My addiction, funny enough, not Sims.
I mean, it is though, but other addictions.
Well, my first very addicting video game that was Okami. I'm not sure if not many people have heard about it. It was the only
Hipsteran?
like adventure game I had for Wii. That was back when I didn't have a decent console. I just had the Wii. And that game I have completed it so many times because that was the only decent game we had. So I played it again and again, got all the collectibles, all that. Give it time, then Sims will probably be the
Yeah, I mean, it's already
game
there.
I'll
But I
spend
mean,
most.
I got to
Ma-
say, wait, I just got to mention,
Alright.
back to Wartburg's thing with the PS2 era.
Mm.
I finally I realized when I was 7 that I wanted to record video games because every time I sat down with Spyro Enter the Dragon, which is Spyro number 3, I would always go, Dad!
Whatever.
Enter the Dragon.
It's Year of the Dragon.
No. Every time I sat down and somebody would pass by my room, I'd be like, watch me play this right now! And I'd start doing commentary. My mum got so sick of that game that she actually took it away from me and be like, play with the others, but you're not allowed to play with this.
You were a demanding child, Luke.
Well, no, I was just like, I want
Pay
to talk about
attention
what's
to
in
me
front of me.
now.
I want to talk about what's in front of me.
He
You're
says,
gonna
no,
listen.
I'm not
You're gonna
demanding.
join."
After demanding people watching the game with him.
So my addiction game would be Fallout 3.
Uh,
A bit like Luke, I can go through the entire campaign of that in my head, and I know exactly what to do. I think it was a while ago. One of my friends had just got it and was playing it, and he was stuck, and I was able to tell him where to go just from thinking about it in my head, which was kind of creepy. Shows how much time I spent on it, but yeah, I think I've probably done the campaign at least a dozen times, and I've done all the DLCs. So yeah, that's my one.
I never played Fallout 3. I played New Vegas, but I never
Hey,
played
have you ever seen the 10 creepiest things in Fallout 3? Or the 10 creepiest hidden
I
things?
think I have.
I just put a link in there.
Yeah.
And man, there's some messed up stuff that I didn't even know. It's crazy.
me and Brendan, who you all know, we were, I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. We were sitting in his house, playing Fallout 3, and we were alone in the house now, and it was only us. And it got to this really tense gunfight in the middle of this not scrap. Well, it was a scrap we had afterwards, but in the middle of this what is it called where all the cars congregate? The parking lot.
Yeah.
Middle of
What
the
is that? What's the
parking lot.
parking lot called?
Where's that place where you park all your cars?
Hmm.
Yeah, and he's in the middle of this gunfight, and then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to use the atomic launcher." Like
Fat
the
Man.
big
Oh, the fat man.
fat man. That's it.
Yeah, the fat man.
Yeah,
Mm.
he fires it, and then he kills most of them, and it gets really quiet. I mean, him are just watching the screen, waiting for an enemy to appear, and then suddenly a nuclear explosion in the background. Turns out he set off every car in the parking lot, and me and him are just screaming at the TV because
Oh
for
my
5
God.
minutes things are exploding, and me and Brendan are just going ah. It was
Wow.
terrifying.
Awesome.
Yeah, but
Mm.
that's a Fallout adventure.
Yeah.
Every adventure's a Fallout adventure.
Was it a misadventure?
Like a literal
Mm.
Fallout adventure, because every
Yeah.
explosion in that game is a mushroom cloud.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Intense.
So we got one more topic to go, and we're over an hour, but I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Kicker.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the new iPhone and all the new features it's got, where a lot of people seem to believe that it's not very innovative because there's
Nope.
It's basically
Exactly.
a Samsung Galaxy S2 from everything I've heard,
Mhm.
yeah. So
which
yeah,
is
I
like
wanted to talk.
2010.
The new iOS though is very good. The new
Lots of-
iOS is cool as hell.
Yeah, lots of iPhone fan people out there that would wait in line for hours and hours and hours
Yeah,
for
I
that.
never
I don't
understand.
get that. I really don't get that.
Like with the 5S, people were waiting like days before to get
Mm.
it, just to get it first. I ordered it and got it delivered at 9 a.m. on the day it was released.
Yeah.
Why would you wait in the queue?
You missed out on the
Why
experience.
would you
But-
sit in the
but-
queue in a tent to get the first iPhone? Like,
I do that for
It's
video
ridiculous.
games because most
Yeah,
places
I
like run
understand that.
tournaments and stuff, but like
Yeah,
fucking
that
phone.
makes sense.
phone.
I literally just got it delivered.
And not
it,
only-
it came at like 9 a.m. on
Yeah.
the day it was released. I didn't have to go out in the cold. I stayed at home with a cup of tea. I was
Got a full
happy.
night of sleep that wasn't on the street. It was nice.
It's the way to do it. They're just idiots.
Yeah, I never really got that. But yeah.
Yeah, I would never.
I just don't
do
get the
that.
love for the
Just-
iPhone
nah.
when there's better stuff out there now. Like
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get it. to
there
be
are
honest.
better phones. now.
Oh, there are
I'm-
definitely
Apple,
better
since
phones.
Jobs has gone by the wayside, I mean, since he died, Apple's kind of
Yeah.
gone kind of downhill. Like, there hasn't
Mhm.
been a big
Definitely.
like game changer. Like, there's no way in
No.
hell or Jobs would allow that the 5C to be made.
Mm-mm.
No way,
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because like Apple's always been like, we make the best, and that's all we make. And then they come out with
The
the
thing about-
5C for their $100 market. Be like, what?
The thing about the 5C though was that it was like the cheaper alternative, but Apple's definition of cheap is very
Yeah, that's
different
it.
to everyone
Very
else's.
different from
It's-
normal.
it's-
Yeah,
It's
but
still
it's the
like
perception.
£300.
The perception of
yes.
it being cheap. I don't think that would have
Yeah.
ever happened under Steve Jobs.
It's just
No,
ridiculous.
Mm.
I'm gonna get the new iPhone 6.
I am not
I've
gonna
never,
get.
I have never had an iPhone.
I've only had iPhones because they've been
See, I've never even had a
presents,
smartphone.
But if I had to go out and buy a phone right now, I wouldn't buy an iPhone.
I'd get
would.
the
I've
new
only
Gal-
had
I'd
one
get the new
smartphone, and
Galaxy.
it's the phone I've got now.
Yeah.
I may be getting a Windows phone now that they're gonna have Minecraft. Because
Oh,
I think
gosh,
now that they have
do they?
Minecraft, people are gonna start maybe start gravitating more to the Windows phone. Windows phone,
Finally,
they
my
make good
Windows phones can
phones,
be worth
Maybe.
it.
but
Well,
there's not a lot of user base, so nobody makes apps for them.
There's a dude on YouTube who does a
like
video
my Windows phone.
series. He does a video series of Minecraft handheld.
Oh yeah,
Like, he's
Minecraft
got-
Pocket
like it's,
Edition.
I don't
Pocket
understand how he
Minecraft,
does. Like, I wouldn't have the patience for that.
It just
Yeah,
seems so
and-
fiddly if you had to use it on a.
I used like before I got Minecraft for PC, I actually had like a year of using it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
Really?
couldn't do that.
And
I could imagine it would be really
and-
awkward.
when you've never tried Minecraft for PC, it's fine.
Mhm.
Like you don't know that there's better options
But once
out there.
you've played it on
But-
PC,
But ever since I got it for PC, I haven't touched it on my phone.
Oh, God.
I still have the app,
You never
but
go
I
back.
haven't touched it.
yeah,
Unless you play on console, then whatever.
So
then you might go back occasionally.
but
Yeah.
I do know, like I know a few like younger kids that like have them for their iPad, and for that the Pocket Edition Minecraft is quite good because the kids can like get to play around in Minecraft
Oh,
without
yeah.
having
It's how my
a
cousin
big
plays.
PC setup. Yeah.
His mom got it for her phone, and then when she's busy or cooking or whatever, he just gets on the phone and plays. Which is the
Yeah.
future of Minecraft, is that age. He's 6, and everybody he knows
Yeah.
plays that game.
Yeah.
He's way better at Redstone than I am. It's fucking insane.
I still don't.
No joke.
I can imagine probably don't
When I'm
find anyone who's better
babysitting,
at
he makes
Redstone
me
than
watch YouTube videos with him, and it's insane. Like he goes, "Oh, this is how you do this, this, this." I'm like, I have to watch tutorials on this shit, and he just knows it.
Yeah,
He's 6.
I haven't really gotten that much into Redstone yet.
I don't understand Redstone.
I can do
can do
basic
Redstone.
Redstone, but I can't do like all that complicated stuff you see.
I made a button opener door once. It was really awesome.
Oh my god, oh my god, Andy, I feel bad for you right now.
Jeez,
And a bit embarrassed.
I am. Yeah.
I didn't know you were that bad.
I
Next
can't do
time we
Redstone
get on the
anyway.
server, I will teach you how to.
We should do like a series of someone teaching me how to Redstone. It'd be incredibly funny.
Yeah, we should.
We'll set it up
actually
as
do
like
that.
we'll build a school and then have you in like a desk.
Yeah, we should do that. We should
Yeah.
do that. You heard it here first. But yeah, you couldn't even teach me how to make stairs.
Oh my, yeah, you worked for ages trying to figure out how stairs work. Stairs aren't that
Stairs are
hard.
stupid,
You literally
man.
build a
They're
set
not
of
hard.
stairs.
They're
Those are-
brilliant.
You build
I
a set of
love
stairs in the workbench thing.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but-
it's how to use stairs to make the.
It's how you.
Oh, you had to
make
use them in
turn the
construction?
different directions.
Yeah, it's all about how you're
I
facing.
love stairs. You can do so much with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Windowsill.
They're
That
not
would be com-
annoying. Once you figure
you-
them out, they're so
someone
easy.
someone teaching me how to do that. That would be comedy gold.
I already taught you, but you see.
I'd imagine I forgot. I can guarantee I've forgotten.
He needs
I
I
guarantee.
remember I spent like 10 minutes telling you this is how you do it.
It was just me going, no, wrong, no. Damn it, stairs are dumb. I hate this.
Time to bust out the TNT.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was pretty much Anne help, please.
Yeah. I remember I did like 3/4 of your roof at the time it took you to do 1/4.
I can't even stairs.
You can't even say it.
Minecraft.
No, you really can't.
Well, I mean, have you seen my
And he
house?
just can't eat.
Yeah. He just can't even.
Yeah.
Wait, so iPhone 6, yes or no? Are we,
Meh.
No,
I mean,
Eh.
I'm gonna get it. So
But it's
not gonna go
No.
for it.
I'm
It's
getting
extreme-
it for the new
it's an-
iPad.
it's-
I'm
I'm an extremely strong. I don't care.
too broke for a smartphone right now, so I'm not even gonna. I don't even have a
Fair enough.
smartphone. I just have a phone.
Well, that's all you really
Yeah.
need.
I have the
A
internet.
smartphone
I
is
have the
more-
internet for the smartphone capabilities, and I have a phone for the
Yeah.
phone of the phone.
Yeah,
I've had one smartphone in my life, and it's the one I have now.
yeah. It's
a
like
it's a Windows phone. So.
it's
Which one
nice
do you
to have
have?
a smartphone, but you don't really
Uh,
need it.
The Nokia.
Yeah, Nokia.
Yeah.
No, Nokia.
Yeah, Nokia. They're a Finland company.
I think
I've
it's.
never heard it pronounced like that.
I forget what it's called.
It's how we
It's a Nokia
Americans
something.
produce it.
Nokia.
Or say it.
Nokia.
We don't say the endings like you Europeans do.
Nokia.
We say them like the
Nokia.
English pronunciation of them.
Well, that wasn't English. I'm going to tell you right now, that wasn't English pronunciation. I'll tell you right now.
Can confirm American, not English.
Yeah,
Well, American English then. How about that?
Yeah,
That's
they-
its own
Yeah.
separate type of English.
I'll tell you.
yeah, it is
It's
separate because
to a category that fits you.
Then there's just Luke speaking Walish. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Walish.
Wait.
Sorry, Luke. I've just picked on you this whole podcast.
Oh my god,
Nice.
his face
North Star.
just looks so disappointed.
North Star.
Sure. I don't know what you're saying.
He's just, are we?
Well, I think that's the time to wrap it up.
And as Luke fades in the background,
We're like at an hour 15. Okay, I gotta do the wrap up and everything. All right.
Yeah.
Next, tune in to podcast 16. You can check us out on YouTube every time we make one, as well as download the MP3 on SoundCloud. We will keep this MP3 up until podcast 17 is produced. So you can download it there and let us know what you can even comment on the SoundCloud too if you want to. Let us know what you think of the podcast below in the comments. Please subscribe and like the video. I'm Mr. Warburg, saying until next time, you stay classy.
Orada.
Bye.
Bye.
Orada. That's good morning.
All right, bye.
I got my language.